Hello, everybody. I'm here, as usual, Vlad Ellis, together with Denil Mollov. And today we're going to discuss what we see with our infrastructure, how we see it, and how the customers see it, and what we do this infrastructure to be available 99.96% as in our contract. Hello, Dennis.
Hello, Vlad.
The first and most important thing we were discussing all the time, and we call it the illusion of safety. Why the safety of the infrastructure is important, and what we do as a team together to provide our customers with the real performance and safety of their data and their businesses.
Actually, it's a question that put a lot of topic on top. I cannot answer only with one answer on that. But the most important here is that you see 20% of the MediaCore as a manager, or anybody who is working with the platform sees that as a manager. Behind this 20%, there is a 8% working force. People, engineers, technical support, project managers, and the most important is the dedicated servers, which we say a bare metal, which we as a team, as a company, put our efforts on holding this, let's say, for 20 years. Just open one scope here. It's a lot of companies are talking about right now about the virtual servers. Everybody's saying, why you're not switching on virtual? Everything for me, it's marketing right now, because there is nothing more important and more sustainable than the dedicated servers. With the dedicated servers, about the safety, as you said, you can protect everything that you wish. Data, CDRs, confidential information, which every company is, striving and fear that something can happen, which is very important, since the telecommunication is a very conservative business, and behind this conservative business, the safety is something that we definitely have to speak for, and we have to be sure that when we are putting the SaaS, the software as a solution, we have to be 100% sure that everything that we are doing, it's protection, safety, and you said important work behind the scenes.
Yes, that's the important work behind the scenes, as you call it, is the work what SpeedFlow team is doing. And historically, we've been always on the ideology side of the dedicated, on the bare metal, but also I cannot stop saying it, that behind every cloud there is a physical server. So our focus on the solution, what we provide to our customers, is always performance and the safety and the dedication. So we start with the dedicated servers, we start with the dedicated performance between our team and the customer, and we start with a dedicated support. So dedication is one core fundament which we build on relations with the customers.
I like this word, dedication. What I can say about dedication is when you're on a cloud, virtual, whatever, you don't have dedication. You cannot call me, I cannot call my support team or the technical engineers. And behind this dedication, there is a waiting time or lead time of I have to call the data servers, whatever, with whomever we are working for. They have to put their smart hands, they have to do this and that. And that dedication, there is a 50% with the virtual servers, 50% dedication. But with the dedication that we have to put that, it's 100% what I'm talking about. Because when there is something like, let's say, in the worst case scenario that something happened like a DDoS or leakage or whatever that is happening, because we are working in a structural way of business, that something can happen and nobody's protected for 100%. But we as a team, we can react and we can dedicate our time and efforts on putting and removing this issue that may happen, in the near future. So that's why we have so many structures in the team. Yeah, of course, we are a small team, but we have a structure that the one structure is about the trouble ticketing. The second is about having and estimating what is happening, to call our guys on the data location to fix with smart hands or directly and remove the issue that it's currently happening. So this is something that we have, and you can do that only with a dedicated servers, as you said.
Yeah, that's very true. And from the last communications over, like, let's say 2.5, 3 years with the customers, we always see from one side their wish to be on the cloud, or wish to maintain their existing infrastructure. And on the other hand, they said, yeah, we see that you can provide us something better, but what we're going to do with our legacy systems or with our legacy software? And when we discuss it, we call it cost of non-switching. Sometimes customers are paying way higher cost non-switching to what we offer, and maintaining their legacy systems or legacy infrastructure, and not transferring all this burden to SpeedFlow.
Actually, I will not mention companies that are working with virtual servers, but there are a lot of companies currently that a lot of customers from those companies are switching to us, and they have the two sides of the coin. They can see how the system works with the virtual servers and how it works with the dedicated servers. You can make yourself the estimation how all these things are happening. As I said about the conservative on the business that we have, it's just not only on the business, but it's just on the people as well. So people which are working in this field, they think that the switching from something like from one switch to another, or from something to something else, it's a headache. It's something that barely you cannot do it. That's why we would talk in the next podcast most probably about the campaigns that we are doing, and all these campaigns are related to safety, to the conservative part of the side of switching, how you can switch from one to another. And in a very easy way, with 3 steps, we can take your servers, take your switch, and put everything on ourselves, like with the 3 steps. And these 3 steps are for free. I mean, we as a company are not charging you for that. So with these 3 steps, you will see how everything is happening, and you don't have the responsibility to help us, but you can check and monitor what is happening during the switching. But this is 24 hours, depending, of course, on the data that you have from your side. But let's say if you're a middle telecom, we can do that for 24 hours. And after these 24 hours, we're going to give you the access credential on our dedicated servers, and you can start working from the point when you stopped, let's say, 24 hours beforehand. So to some extent, we put our conversation between safety, conservative, and dedication, which is something that you have right now, the foundation to understand why and how. But as you said, 20 years, it's a bunch of time, and we know how to do it.
Yes, and the other thing, what we've learned, over these years, together with all our customers, that the infrastructure should not be a burden, should not be eating most of your revenue. The infrastructure should not be something which is you need to feel, which you need to feed in order to run the business. So it's not pay to survive, but pay to growth. So our payment plans and all the support features which we provide to our customers, they're dedicated to strive of the customers, not to drain cash flow of them.
That's why I don't like the word hosted. Of course, we still have plans like rent and hosted, but I don't like it because basically we have right now software as a solution, and as a software as a solution, for the last year, business is changing all the time, amending the foundation. Let's say that way. People they wanna pay and they wanna take care about the business. They don't wanna take care about something else. They don't care about the servers, either if they are dedicated or virtual. Doesn't matter. They don't wanna care about the training, about the software support, about installation, about switching, about migrating, about switching of data. There are a bunch of things that if I start telling you everything, there is a headache for every kind of manager. Not about you, but about any type of managers that we are talking when we have on the meetings.
I'm like an
From the other
aspirant.
side, yeah.
I'm on the other side. I'm a troubleshooter.
True. So they don't like to listen, and it's the full right to be that way, because if I'm on their place, it's gonna be the same. That's why we combine everything, and we don't like to speak about this. If we have to go in details in that situation, we are putting everything as a picture, as a roadmap. Otherwise, for us it's easy, and that's why we don't say hosted. We say software as a solution. And as you said, there is no need of dedicated to start eating your revenues, and the investment, it's not going to be in the infrastructure, but it's halfly, even not exactly halfly, but it's between the business, between the training, between the software, between the troubleshooting, between the guys that are taking care about the system 24/7. So we have everything in that. So you have to see this price not as a switching between or splitting between the switch, between the service, between the infrastructure, but as a one whole type of SaaS that we like to speak about it.
Yeah.
And so this is that we are working together to make it in the last 2 years. And of course it's not confidential information, but Speedflow invest a bunch and huge money in the infrastructure.
Yeah. And keep investing. We have our plan, which
as you know, it's something very important for the business to run, to increase the capacity, because basically there is no limitation if you know how to make it happen.
Exactly. And the most important, not just to make it happen, but make it happen to the customers and keep them happy and striving.
Yeah, because we are providers of businesses. So these businesses, they have to be happy to make money in order to not survive, but to grow. Because I don't like the word survive, but growing is the right word. And when they are growing, or when we growing, we grow with them, or the other way around. And that's why it's a win-win situation. And when we talk or when we work with anybody, they are not our customers, but they are our partners. So when they're our partners, I really enjoying seeing the process of how they are growing. And when I see them in the conferences, they just saying, we increased the business this year, we did that, we are about to make that. So it's a really win-win situation. So safety, dedication, to some extent conservatism, is something that it's important for Speedflow. It's essential part for us.
It's part of our DNA.
Indeed.
Okay. Thank you. Please follow us for more podcasts, and thank you for being with us.
Thank you. Thank you as well. Pleasure.